Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Sunday Self-Care Show. How are you feeling today? Today is Sunday, and it is June, what is it, June 2nd, eh? Oh my, can you believe that? Here goes the year. So I am here. Where are you? How are you doing today? Hi, Yuko. How are you? Welcome to the Sunday Self-Care Show. Here comes Yuko. I have something that I put on here to show. Yes. Hi, Colleen. Good morning. Here you are. How are you this morning?
I'm feeling wonderful.
Oh,
How are you this morning,
I am
Tessa?
feeling fabulous. I had a busy. Yesterday was very busy. I
Really?
had, I had Carolina and Turon. They came over to get some help, give me some help in doing some stuff, decluttering. And we had
Decluttering,
always of
right?
decluttering, always.
Yes.
Diabetes.
You always say like just 30
Yeah,
minutes
but
every day or
was
something, right?
it was maybe like 2 hours yesterday, three of us. So you can imagine. So that was amazing.
Yeah, busy day.
It's
Hi, Colleen.
my camera is doing everything. Hello,
Hi,
Laura. How are you doing?
Laura.
Let me
Happy
see if I can
Self-Care
fix my
Sunday.
camera. How are you guys doing? So, Colin, how is your leg doing? Colin hurt her leg, so
Oh, that's no good.
yeah, I'm asking her how
Oh,
it's doing. So,
that's no
yes,
good.
it is that time of the morning. It is the Sunday, and
Mm-hmm.
it is 29 minutes after 9.
Yes,
And we have a fabulous show this morning, don't we, Yuko?
yes, very much, very much, very. This is something we can just use it right away, and
Okay,
we feel good.
let's get the
Great.
show. Let's get the show on the road in a few minutes or a few seconds, and then we will start doing this thing because it's important for us to make sure that we understand Sunday self-care
Mm-hmm.
and all that it brings to us. I'm going to sit because when there's two of us, it's better that I sit. I'm too tall.
I
Yeah,
know. I gotta do tippy toes, right?
yeah, you're going to be toes and I am the other way
Yes,
around.
yes.
Yeah, so hi
Hi,
Azim, good morning. Welcome to
Azim.
the Sunday self-care show.
Happy Self-Care
Hi Riri.
Sunday.
Oh, hi
Hi,
Riri.
Kei-san.
I
Oh,
haven't
friend from
seen you.
Japan.
I know, I haven't
Fabulous.
seen you for a long time.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much for coming.
you better tell Riri what our topic is today.
Yes,
Spread the news.
yes. Well, okay. She understands. Since she understands English anyway. So today, our topic is healthy eating doesn't have to be expensive. So
Yeah.
we're gonna teach how to shop wisely,
Yes.
right?
It's
We're
a
gonna talk
lot
about
of tips. Some
five
of it
tips.
is not
Five
always
tips.
going to be straight up. But I have an adventure that happened to me. Where in Canada are you from, Tessa-Marie? Toronto!
Toronto, I think
Toronto
it's
is
the
the big city,
biggest,
the most beautiful city
biggest.
in the world.
Yes,
Toronto, Toronto,
beautiful city.
Toronto. And we say Toronto.
That's
Hello, hi, Sister Dawn.
oh, there she
That's my
is.
sister.
Dawn, yes. Happy
Hello.
Self-Care
Hi, Diet.
Sunday.
Hi, Diet lady. You're in for the right show. It's all about food. So you see
Yes.
this bottle I'm holding in my hand? I went for, I go walking every
What
day.
is
So I
that? What do
went
you
for,
hold? Oh,
I'm going
can
to
you
hold
up?
it up.
Yes.
I'm going, it's Paul's pepper sauce.
Oh,
So I am
okay.
walking and went for a walk, a half an hour walk, and I'm coming back in this, I went for that time. From Dominica. My sister
Dominica.
is from Dominica. She's from Dominica. She was from New York. She retired in Dominica. So
Oh,
anyway, so I'm walking. He's outside on his driveway smoking the cigarette, this man. So I said hello. He said hello. So when he said hello,
yeah.
he's not on our street. He's on another street, but that street runs into our street. So I said hi. Then he said hi. I said, where are you from? When he said hi, I heard the accent. He's from Guyana. So then he started to
Guyana. Okay.
Guyana. So it's the only English country in South America. So then I said to him, so we stood there, he said talking and stuff like that. He said, do you like pepper sauce? No, I can take a little, but not like my
Yes.
sauce of my family.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, I made this pepper sauce and I'm selling it. And I started just a small business, but this one is unique.
Nice.
He made
Yeah.
it with golden apple flavor. So there is peppers, but with golden apple. I haven't opened it, but I said, we're doing
Ooh.
a show on food, on shopping, and
Mm-hmm.
pepper is really good to help you to to stimulate all your, because it makes you sweat if it's spicy. You go,
Yes, yes.
and some people don't like it, but it's good for
Yeah.
you in many
Yep.
ways. The spice helps your kidney, and it goes, everything you eat, it goes through your liver. So
Yes.
they say you can have it. I know that. I have cayenne pepper, olive oil, and
Yeah.
lemon juice every morning, a shot of it every morning. First thing, because that goes down, and that helps to balance your. It hits the your I just said it, not kidney. So then it cleans it up
Yes.
because everything you eat passes through these organs. Anyway, so there is Paul's pepper sauce. So it's funny, somebody just hands you something. He said,
It
"Here's
is at the perfect timing, right,
yes,
Tessa?
yeah." So
Wow.
we need to see some spice in your life is good. Hi,
Yes.
Uncle Waka. How are you
From
this
Japan,
morning?
my
Oh,
friend
I know she's
Coco.
from Japan, so
Nice.
it's so. Go
What
ahead.
I wonder, I'm sorry, but it's like the sauce. I wonder, like like a bit, he starts selling the sauce
Well, he has a
too.
he has a post on his Instagram page. I saw it.
Okay, okay,
I said
maybe
I follow him. And it's always nice to reach
yeah,
out. And he lives around the corner more or less, but not on my street. So I'm
yes.
going to ask him one day just to have a chat with him because he's making out of passion fruit pepper sauce. He
I
has
love
all
it.
kinds of names for them, and he was talking. It was quite interesting talking to him.
That's good. Maybe like, do you mind if you can share after, like like you can tag and whatever his
Yeah, but
you follow
I,
his
yeah, I
Instagram
can do
post,
that.
right?
But he doesn't know much. He said, I don't know how old he is, but he said his children got him to
Yeah.
do the Instagram. So he only
Oh,
has
good.
a post of his pepper
No,
sauce. So I
that's
followed him,
amazing.
but I
I'm
don't think he knows how to follow people. So I think he's
That's
going to check
okay. But I
his.
want to see his post. So you
Yes.
can tag, you can send his link. I
Yeah.
want to check it out
Yeah.
because
So
my kids loves those healthy, very what is called immune boost,
it
right?
is
Those like
yeah, pepper
peppers.
is an immune booster. People don't realize that. I mean, I don't like pepper, but it helps you. Somebody has a cold
Yep.
because I live with a petri dish. Kylie comes home from school and is a cough and a choke and that. And if you're not on top of it, you will
Yes, yes.
carry it. You know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, very much. So that's why it's important to eat healthy. And when we talk about, it's healthy eating, lots of people, they just like, oh, it's so expensive. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be expensive, especially summertime, because we're going to talk about 5 tips, right? Today, so you can eat healthy and feel good and enjoy summer, right?
My
How does
favorite
that sound?
thing about summer, and you know that,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people know that. I don't eat tomatoes, cucumbers,
Yeah.
or any of those fruits like that in the winter. I refuse. They taste like garbage.
Refuse. That's no taste, so actually.
Yeah, the
Looks red,
tomato
but
feels
no
like you're
taste.
eating a piece of rubber. Even when they say
Yeah.
I'm vine, it was
Yep.
ripe on the vine. It's
Yeah.
terrible. And the
It is.
cucumber is covered with wax to make it last longer.
Thick,
And the
right? A
orange is
very thick wax.
that much wax. Yeah. So I eat all my veggies. I
Yep.
overload in the summer. I eat right from the garden. I have
Yes.
asparagus. I just take it, I chop it, and I eat it. So
Yeah. That's
that
nice.
is why we want you to eat. The first thing to remember, we have 5 tips, but the first thing I want everybody to remember,
Okay.
eat what is in season.
That's important too. That's one of the tips actually, Tessa.
I
So
know.
we can walk through. So you want to let's get started. Number one, right? Oh my gosh. Because this is like Tessa and I, we love eating. And we love eating. We enjoy eating too, right? So we just hard to do like just 5 tips, but we kind of made it 5 tips. So number one, right? This is very important. You even have a quote for this one, right? Make a grocery list. And I like when you say without grocery list to go grocery store, just going to the war without gun, right?
Of course, you're going to fight. And when you go to
Yes,
a grocery store, it's hit and miss. If you do not
very
have a
much.
list, number one,
Number
and
one,
and you're complaining that the food is expensive,
yeah.
make sure. Hi, Kathleen. Good
Hi,
morning. I have
Kathleen.
something for you. So make sure that you have that list. Kathleen is the queen of shopping. I know that.
I'm pretty sure she's she has a list too,
Oh,
right? She
she
brings
does.
a list.
You don't leave home without it. If you don't know what
Yeah.
you're going to this, and when you go to BJ's and Costco and all these kind of stores, and a Walmart and these big supermarkets, and you do not have a list, it's like you're entering in a war and they're going to kill you. But
Yeah,
you go
yeah,
in anyway, and that doesn't
yeah.
make any sense. Why are you fighting? Why are you going there? I am food prepping for now. So right now, Kathleen is in her kitchen and she's prepping food for
Good
maybe the
for
week.
you.
You
Wow, that's
have to,
nice.
because
Yeah,
if you do not have a list or you do not know what you are cooking, you're going to be spending money cooking some things that you do not really need, and all that
yeah.
money
Mm-hmm.
is money you could use to put away for a trip.
Very much. Yes, that's
You
true
know,
too. Yes.
all
I
the
have a friend. Yeah. So I have a friend. She has 4 kids. Her all 4 kids are grown up, but she doesn't bring grocery list to her a grocery store.
oh, that's
And then she goes constantly go back and forth grocery store because she always forgets something and she buys something she doesn't
how
need.
she has it
She said she's just
already.
like, oh, I'm so busy going grocery shopping.
Well,
Yep.
yeah, because from the time Brian worked for Loblaws,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he always said to me, "Listen, we know your weaknesses. We study your shopping. We see what
Oh,
people buy.
oh, they're
So we know
pro.
and we have cameras. We can see where you're choosing it from. You walk in there and you go in and you see all the sales, whether you want it or not. You do not look at your list. You say, oh, well, sugar is on
Mm-hmm.
sale, but you don't even use sugar that much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Salt, you see rice, and they just put it in.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, but maybe they have rice at home.
Yes, 10
But
bags of rice,
so he said,
right?
so
Yes.
yeah, so you can't use it as a pillow. So I don't know why you're getting it. And flour and pasta. So he said they put it there, and as you come in, it's like a big tower in front of you. You see it, you must go towards it.
That's right. Usually at an entrance though, like big pile of pasta, and
Yeah.
then 10 at each customer. Some customer they buy them, go back, put them in the car, and they go back again and buy another 10 pasta
Yes, and
bags
they
of
do that
pasta.
everywhere they go. Listen to what
Yeah.
Catherine said.
Yes.
Kathleen said, everyone's lunch, all the snacks portion out because I don't buy individual packs of things, cutting up fruit and veggies so they will eat them.
Very,
That is
very
what
smart,
Yuko does that.
Catherine.
Yuko, for her
Yep.
husband and her grown son, she actually takes the time and make their cookies or their
Yeah.
muffins, whatever they need in their lunch,
Yeah.
besides making their lunch.
Very. Yeah.
Because you go to get a muffin and a coffee. If you do not have $8 or $9, you might as well don't do that. But
Mm-hmm. It's expensive too.
you can
Yeah.
take $8 or $9 and you can make muffins and everything for the whole week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you always have sugar and butter and some things, eggs. You
Always.
always there's stuff
Always.
you have.
Yeah. Always.
So instead, so right now she's cutting up the fruits, and Vanessa does that. She cuts up all the fruits and vegetables for Kylie's lunch, puts it in the
For the
container for
container.
herself. She packs her
That
own lunch.
that's very
And
smart though.
that
Yeah.
is
And
something
then
I
yep.
talked about in my book, Controlling the Debt Monster. I
That's
it's
right.
it's right
Yeah.
in the book
Lunch part.
about bring.
Yes.
They were surprised when they went to the lunchroom for the
Yep.
first time. They realized that the manager was eating his lunch there. And they go, what?
Mm-hmm.
My manager is eating lunch that he brings his lunch in, and I am spending money. Morning, Peter. So yes, so we have to learn that one simple thing.
Yes.
Make sure that you shop with a shopping list. We say it often. I know you heard it before,
Mm-hmm.
but when you are hearing something, it's because we have experienced it. We
Yep.
have gone to the supermarket without a
Oh,
list. And then
I've
you're
done it a
going,
couple
it's like,
times. Yeah.
it feels like you're in a war
Yeah.
and you're the only one that don't have a gun. And they have the gun, and the gun is what they put on sale. And when we
True.
see the word sale, and I keep saying, because it's on
Mm-hmm.
sale, that does not mean you must buy it.
No, no. That's a very, very important lesson to learn for
Yes.
me to learn, right? Because I have already 10 bags of pasta at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's true. So I'll just tell myself, it doesn't happen. You don't need it right now. You don't need it today.
No.
Because, no. And then, and then oftentimes, say, go grocery shopping without a list. I leave grocery store like I was beat. Like, I'm just so tired.
Yes, because you
I
you know,
lost.
and I said to my friend, "Did you really mean to go to Costco today and spend $700?" No, but
It's easy to spend 700, though, I
but
would
oh no,
imagine.
but I said you for me to do that, it better be Christmas presents at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm. But some people just spend $700 just everyday grocery shopping. It's
And
crazy.
so that is
Yes.
something we have to watch. And when we talk about shopping, is that
Mhm.
another thing?
Yes, another
If
thing.
you haven't got a freezer and you have to buy a freezer, do not buy a chest freezer unless you are an acrobat and you can dive into the bottom of the freezer and fling everything at the bottom to the top. Don't buy a chest
Oh,
freezer. An upright
really?
freezer is it. The chest freezer, you just keep putting things on top of things. You have chicken there that's 2 years old. They're ready to
Yeah,
have
yes.
babies. The only thing is that they're frozen.
That's it. You know what? Yes, I still have freezy pop or something. That 10 years ago, actually.
Exactly. Hi,
You're
Kimberly.
right.
Long time no see. How are you?
I
So
still have a
you know,
popsicle thing.
great tip is that mean great tip is that mean doesn't mean to have to be the star of the show. Make it veggies. Yeah, you have to make you have to give them when you pack in the lunch
Mhm.
your own lunch.
Yep.
Because can you imagine you spending $15 5 days a week? That is $75 a week. You take that $75 and you multiply it by 52 weeks. You have a vacation.
Very much.
You
I'm sure
and you have
while you
food
were, yeah,
cook enough so you take your leftovers to
very
lunch
much.
for your lunch
Yeah.
if you work in.
Yeah. And Catherine, I totally agree with you. Buying individual packed cookies and snacks, whatever, they're more expensive,
Yes.
right? They're more expensive. And then when you train your kids, pack the veggies and fruit, right? For the lunch, since they were little, it's natural for them to eat veggies and fruit for snack.
No.
So it's a great
Yeah,
habit.
you teach
Yeah.
them that. You get that and it helps them. Their whole body is better for that. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you, Kimberly, for
Thank
dropping by.
you
And
so much, Kimberly.
and that is so important that we understand that um shopping, eating,
Mm-hmm.
living does not have to be as expensive.
Nope,
Okay.
nope. So number two, let's go number two. Okay. Avoid shopping when you're hungry.
So well, yeah. Look at Catherine
She
said
knows
five
a
packs of cookies,
number. Oh my God.
$5. 24 cookies in a family pack is $2.50.
Uh,
Did you see that?
yeah, yeah.
Five is 6 packs of cookies is $5. 24 cookies in a family pack is $2.50. So
Thank
you have to be a
you,
genius for you to
Catherine.
figure that out. Do you need
Mm-hmm.
to be a genius to figure that out? A little bit
No.
of patience
Yep.
and
Yeah.
preparation. Like on Sunday, you prepare clothes, you prepare recipe, you prepare chopped fruits and vegetables. You make sure you have it, and like Kathleen is doing, get it
Get
ready.
it right. And then less stressful during the
Yes,
week too.
and that thing about you say, "Oh, I'm so hungry, I have to go and get something to eat." Then you buy things you don't need.
That's more likely it too.
You know, go to
Yes.
the supermarket and you're hungry, you're rushing through. You say, "Oh, this is easy. I just cook that tonight. It's already prepared."
Yeah.
Read the back.
Yep.
There is preservatives in it that you shouldn't be using.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's true.
if your grandchild cannot pronounce the word, and that child is in grade 5, the 5th grade, and they cannot pronounce a word at the back of that, do not buy it
I
because
learned
it's
that's a simple
in a
lesson.
lab.
Yeah.
So
That's a great deal.
avoid shopping when you are starving or coming from work and you're
Yeah.
hungry. If you
Yeah.
prepare, you will never have to do that.
Mm-hmm. That's true too. Like you can just like go to the grocery store with maybe some little pack of before you go. You can just like, oh, and prepare, right? And then like
Yeah,
little piece of veggies, whatever, and go
veggies,
grocery shop.
cheese from your cupboard, something to keep your
Yeah.
protein. Always just eat something that will keep you up,
Yes,
that will
that's
make you
true too.
feel good.
Yeah.
Because that thing about going to the grocery store and you're starving is dangerous.
It
You
is
can look at the
very
pack, you can
dangerous.
see they just came from work, you can see how they look,
Mm-hmm.
or they're rushing, or they have the children with them. It is just a disaster
It
waiting to happen.
it's hard to think smart too, right?
Yes,
That's why we just like see it, just like, oh, okay, I'll buy it. And then
and we did
how
that.
often?
I
Yes.
did that. I
Mm-hmm.
made those mistakes.
Yeah.
And that
As
is
do
why
I. I
I
admit
am
that.
coming back and I'm saying, hi, Ezra. That is why I make those mistakes of
Yep.
going to the supermarket and I'm starving and buying garbage.
Yes.
And then I realize that, like Kathleen says, 26, yes, 5 packs of cookies is $5. 24 cookies in a family pack is $2.50.
That's very
That's a
smart.
win-win.
Yes.
So
Very
what
much.
do you do?
Very smart.
But if you give every time, oh, well, they're going to give them money for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Really? And you wonder when they come from school, they don't want to do and they don't want to study because they have so much sugar in their diet all through the day.
Of
All they want
course.
to do is to
Yeah.
see.
If I let the kids to choose what you want, I'll just give them money. They'll probably more likely go to Tim Horton down the street from school.
Yes. Tim Horton.
Good morning.
Tim Horton is great if you have their stocks and you want to buy their stocks, then knock yourself
That's
out.
it. I like it.
But if you want to grow and you want to have, the thing is that when somebody says to me, things are expensive, I get it.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning. Don't say good morning.
Morning,
She's
Dom.
back again, or you never left. Which one is it? So one thing you have to remember for sure is that if you're going out there
Mm-hmm.
and you're going shopping and you do not have that list and you're hungry, that is a recipe for disaster.
Very much. And then I have to be honest with you, I've done so many times this mistake. I go to Costco with hungry stomach, and then I eat something from sample lady, some dumplings or whatever. But how often after I have that, and just like I wasn't gonna buy that, I can make my own dumpling.
Yes, you can.
But because of the dumpling I had, and just like, oh, it's so good. And I just grabbed the box.
Yeah.
Next thing I noticed. And I just like come home and just like, why did I buy that? Because
Exactly.
I was so hungry.
Yeah.
And then there was a sample lady gave a little piece of dumpling, and then I lost my mind.
Yeah, from that little piece of dumpling, you were so hungry that you went crazy. Oh, that is not even a whole dumpling. It's a half a quarter of the dumpling, a third of the dumpling.
Piece.
That is why I don't eat anything at Costco. I just look. When Micah was with me, he would tell me, Grammy, just ask for some, because I'll take it and give it to him. And he would just chomp on it. But me, I just pass. Oh, no, thank you. Because most often it's something I wouldn't normally eat.
No. You know, like, I bet you're a good cook.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Oh, is a good cook. She's cooking from Niagara. That's what she calls herself. The cook from Niagara. No, but okay, for example, how many of you knows what wild grape leaves look like? Does anybody?
I learned from Tessa.
Does anybody know what wild grape leaves look like? Yes. Anybody in Toronto who wants to learn how to do stuffed grape leaves, you can you can do it with walnut and make the walnut taste like meat, or you can use real meat with seasoning and all of that and mix stuffed grape leaves. That is one of the best snack you can have. Oh, Michelle does. Of course, Michelle does. Michelle lives. Michelle was here, and this summer, one summer, Michelle was here, and we made stuffed leaves like grapes, and we made it out of walnuts. I had no, and when you came, so my son-in-law, Jillian's husband, loves it.
Oh, very much.
So then Michelle is there telling me, what are you having, the grape leaves? Yes, so she said yes. So he wants some right away.
Picking, as we walk.
We had already done that. We were going to the lake and pick it at the lake. So she's jumping away, and Joe said, you're having grape leaves? Where is mine? So we gave it to him, and I said, so Michelle said, it's not meat. He goes, yes, it's meat. Michelle said, no, it's not meat. And he couldn't believe until I said, it's walnut.
Yeah.
You know, and when I made it for you and your son, it was, you made it, you were with me, it was walnut.
Yeah, it was walnut with curry powder.
Yeah, and onions and garlic and other spices and rice, right?
And you can freeze them too.
Oh, yeah, you can freeze them.
Yep.
So this is this time of the year when the grape leaves are coming out and they're softer, they're new. And that becomes a nice thing. You're looking for a snack? You have mincemeat, you have walnut, just do it. Google it. Dr. Google will show you. Mr. YouTube must have it there. And do that. Make sure that you find a snack that you can make. And then when they're cooked, you sprinkle a little bit of olive oil over it. And they're like candy, savory candy.
I know,
So
it's just
great
so good. I
leaves.
think I have a good idea, Tessa. I think we should have a tour, picking great leaves tour.
As soon as
You
we
know,
can.
like strawberry picking,
Yes.
the same thing, great leaf, yeah, grape leaf
Yeah,
picking. And
although
then,
when I told you about we're going to do grape leaves and we were walking from the GO train
yeah,
station and they're growing wild in my neighborhood. So I'm picking them. She goes, "Oh my God, Tessa-Marie's picking grape leaves from the street." I'm going, "What is she saying?" People thought that we were picking it off the street. It's off the tree.
that was the best moment for the trip, actually.
Yeah,
And then Tessa knows. She touched it and just like, oh, this is good. And I was like, how about Tessa? This, that. She said, no, that's not good. Wow, you know what to pick,
yeah, but
right?
you learned, didn't you? You
I
learned
learned.
what was, yeah. So that is what I'm thinking.
That doesn't cost anything. So
No,
it's
they're
really good.
free. They're free.
It's
And
free.
everybody has
Yeah.
meat or walnuts. And Michelle was there. We were wrapping them. And I still think she can taste it
Oh, I
because it's so
can taste
delicious.
it too.
Your
My son
son
even,
loves it.
yes, my son tasted. He said, I love that one. Mom, I miss having that one. I just like, okay, I'll ask Tessa.
I will make for him this spring. So
Yes,
let's
yes.
go ahead. What is our third
Third
one?
one. Oh my gosh. Yes, we can talk about the grape leaves forever, but let's go to
Yeah.
number third ones, right? Get to know the supermarket layout, right?
Yes,
See, like
that's another thing.
perimeters, outside aisles, and like in the middle, right?
Yes,
You
get
should
to
get to
know
know.
the layout of your supermarket. And they're going to
Mm-hmm.
say, why do I have to do that? Why? Because when you are wandering through anything, you get lost.
Very
And when
much.
you
I
get
always
lost,
get lost.
when you get lost, you get in trouble, don't you?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
You know, so you don't know where this
Very
is, you
much.
don't know where that is, and you're one, oh, look at sardine, oh, look at this, oh, look
Yeah.
at that. But did you
Usually, like
consider
get
that?
lost in the middle
Yeah,
aisle.
yeah,
I
you're
get
looking
lost
for
in the middle
something.
aisle.
Don't you know where the cookie aisle is if that's what you want? But when you're wandering like a lost sheep, you are lost.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are lost, you cannot get your way back. And in
Yeah.
that moment of wandering through the supermarket, you pick up things you do not desire
Very
to
much.
buy. You didn't come there for that.
Yes.
But
Like
because you're
chocolate,
lost, you just go pick up
cookies,
whatever it is.
chips,
Yes.
right? Or soda, and those one is always middle aisle too,
Yes,
right?
they know. And
They know.
have you noticed that the door, when you come in, it brings you straight to that, the middle
Oh,
aisle.
very much. Yeah.
They put the vegetables on the left, and most people don't bother. They go around the middle
Just
aisle.
yeah. Let's
And
get
then
some chips.
during that time, even if you have a list,
Mm-hmm.
during that time that you have the list and you are wondering, you're lost, you don't, they lose the list in that
Mm-hmm.
moment. They themselves, they lose the list, even if it's
Very
on the
much.
phone. They put that phone down and they forget that they have a list.
Very much. Yes.
And they start shopping from what the people decide. They
Mm-hmm.
have decided that you have to spend so much today,
Mm-hmm.
but it's your money. How come you didn't decide how much you want to spend? How come?
Yeah. We get feels like we are controlled. What
We
because
choose
they're
to be
the
controlled.
yes.
We choose to be
We
controlled.
choose. It's our choice.
It's a
And then
choice we make it.
yeah.
Whether we do it inadvertently or not, we
Mm-hmm.
still allow them to tell us what to do.
So it's good to go perimeter outside the
Outside. So
aisles
if you have
first.
to look for
Yeah.
stuff, take the outside. Go do
Outside.
that first.
Yeah. Like
Because
veggies and meat and like milk,
yeah, the
those ones,
things you
like outside.
want are always on the outside. When you go
Yeah.
in the mid, when you go down the aisles, it's like you are in a maze. Anything can
Oh,
happen.
very much. We're trapped.
You
We're
might
very
never come
trapped.
out of that supermarket unless your cat cannot hold more. You know,
Yeah,
and then some of
I
them
feel like
cannot
very
push
trapped.
it.
Yeah.
So you go in the maze, the aisles are the maze. Unless there is something specifically like you need to have baking powder or baking soda,
Mm-hmm.
then go where it says baking goods. Read the sign.
Look
Look
up, right?
up baking goods. And then when you get there, anything at eye level is the most
Mm-hmm.
expensive in the store.
That's like number 4. We
Well, yeah,
it went to thank you so much, Tessa. Before I introduce number 4, you Went to number 4. Yes, number 4. Look high and low, not in the middle. What you
No,
mean? That means like eye
they
level, but Tessa's.
don't want you to stress yourself. They don't want you to bend down. They don't want you to raise your hand. That's too much work. They want you to just go up, 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 right at eye level.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
know
truth.
what? You know what? I didn't know until you mentioned a couple years ago.
Yes.
I didn't know that because the grocery store, no, the product like chips company, whatever, they pay
They pay
to
for
just
all
get the
of them,
spot.
everything. Remember, even if it is their brand name. For example, we have Loblaws.
Yep.
President's Choice
Yep.
is their brand. No,
No
no name is the brand,
name. Yep.
right? The no name part of the company pays for shelf space. President Choice pays for the shelf space. Although it's under the Loblaws umbrella, it is an individual company under
Still.
the umbrella.
Oh, still pays.
They have to pay. Yeah, the shelf space is not free. So
Oh, okay.
anything at eye level
Yep.
is very, very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and anything lower is cheaper.
Yes.
And if you
Yeah.
have to go all the way up there, it's because something is done. So you have to push your hand up to the top. But it's anything that you're buying at eye level
Yep.
is more expensive because they have to pay for the shelf space. That's
Yeah.
where the supermarket makes their money.
That's an amazing tip I learned from you because now I just look down.
Look
Right?
down.
I'm short. I can go down. And then I've found so many good
Yeah.
deals actually.
Yeah, some people turn around and they say, I don't buy no name products. Well, my husband working for them tell me, Tess,
What was the truth?
The
Just
no
let us.
name product is the excess that the manufacturer creates for the full name, their brand, Armstrong cheese, this cheese, McCain's, all these names. But they have so much they cannot throw it out. So they sell it under the no name brand to Loblaws.
So it's quality same.
It's quality. So
Oh,
it's just
but
the
the
no
price
name
is
is the
different.
brand is the excess.
Yeah.
So that's why they can sell it cheaper. Because when they're creating this product, they're creating it. They come to a point they cannot do a skid for that, or they cannot do whatever. They put it under the no name brand.
Oh, so say buy the no name cheese, mozzarella cheese.
Yeah.
It's a little crumbly, but when it used to pizza, it just tastes same.
It's
No
the
wonder.
same. So it could be the end of the line. Learn the prices of things. Sometimes it's advertised as sale, but it's not always the lowest price that item sells for. It's true.
Great tip. Yes.
You know, and in Canada, in Ontario, we have something called scanner accuracy.
Scanner accuracy.
Yes.
Okay.
So what is scanned,
Yeah.
that's what you have to pay. But sometimes the thing is no longer on sale and the price has gone up, but they have not taken the price off the shelf. So
Okay.
if you go to the shelf and it costs $15 there or $2, and you get to the cashier and she charges you $4, they have to double check. And sometimes they think it's on all the stores have it, all the big stores, Walmart, everybody. It's on the entrance inner door when you walk in, scanner accuracy. There's a whole division that is non-profit that works just for that. So if there's, it's $4, well, I'm sorry, it's $5. The sale stopped last night. Too bad your employee did not take off the sale price of the shelf.
Oh, so I'm allowed to get $4 or
You're
$2.
allowed to get the first item free under
Free?
$10, under $10, and then
Really?
they have to give you the subsequent one at that sale price.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's called
How many
scanner.
of us?
There's something. You can Google it. You'll get it. So you
it's
have
called
to. You
scan,
said, like Kathleen said, know your prices.
Yes. So what it's called, like a scan
You know,
accuracy?
yes, scanner, SCANER, just like that. So you have to check that. Because they'll say, oh, it's no longer on sale. Yeah, well, call the manager. I'm famous for that. Call the manager. You don't know? Call the manager. The manager doesn't know. Call the manager above the manager above the manager. I'm not going. I have all day to sit here with you.
You're famous for that.
Yes,
People.
I'm famous. You have to know your prices. When you pick
That's very
something up, it
important.
says it's on sale, check it. Is it already on sale? So you know the price. When you go to the cashier, watch the price. Don't be there and just let them scan, scan, scan. Even when you are scanning it yourself, you scan, check the price.
That's so true. That's very important. Yes. I always use self-checkout, but
Yes.
I get in the habit to see the numbers.
Yeah.
Right? See the numbers, everything, items. Because could be a mistake, right?
Yes.
So
And that
yeah,
is
your
one of the most
responsibility.
common
Yep.
mistakes they make.
Yep.
The
Your
price is
responsibility.
one thing on the shelf and it's scanning because the sale was over at midnight last night. So the night crew, as my husband used to call them, the crew that comes in at night, midnight to 8, they did not get all of that done.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is your job to do your business right.
Yeah.
And
So
that,
we have to know
that
the
is
price.
why the same job goes across the street to you. It's your job to watch how you're spending your money.
That's really, really important. That's important.
Yes.
That way, you're more responsible what to choose to, like,
Yes.
that way I'm sure like you're gonna have less complaining, because once you feel I'm responsible, I do the research, I do all those things, and then those people, they are less likely complaining.
Yeah.
I notice that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But
So let's go.
you have to know
Sorry.
for sure
Yes.
when you go to the cashier. Approximate. Another thing is, come on, you are not stupid. You have a calculator on your phone.
Very much. We all have ones. Yes.
Yeah. So and you don't leave home without your phone. You might leave home without your purse, but you have your phone. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Because people pay from
Yeah.
their phone. Hey, Glamour Morgan from
Hi, Anne.
England, welcome. So know the prices at the supermarket.
Yeah.
When you are shopping and you have a big thing, don't go shopping in a hurry either. You shouldn't be rushing when you go shopping for groceries, and especially groceries.
Because why is the reason?
Because you are not taking time to look at the prices. And then you should write the price down, put it on your phone. So you have an idea when you get to the cashier approximately how much your bill should be. What about when they're doing it and they charge you for two things when you only have one? Did you catch that? Or do you have to go back to the store when you get home? Why not know? Mind your business. Stand there and look. She is not a robot, and even robots make mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a human, or even you doing it, because new scan is new, not really really new, but new enough that people might make mistake. Hello, Brown. That people might make mistakes. You will make a mistake. Sometimes you scan one item and you scan it twice.
Happened to me. Yes.
You know.
Yeah. Happened to
So
me at the shoppers, actually.
you
Twice. I
have
did it twice.
to be
Yeah.
aware. You have to be aware and watch and call for help and say, hello, I just did that. But if you're not concerned or you're thinking of something else while you're scanning, you're going to make mistakes.
That's true. How many of us were already thinking about the next things while we're scanning?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I gotta pick up kids at the soccer, or like, oh, next, I gotta do this, that. And we are not aware what's happening in front of us.
No, it's true.
We're just like kind of like
all the time.
blindly scanning.
Thank you, Grandma. God bless you too.
Thank you so much.
We have to make sure that when we are doing that, we are aware of what it is we're doing. Shopping is not a joke. Grocery shopping is not a joke.
It's a serious business, actually.
It's a business.
Yeah.
And it's your business.
Yeah,
and you have to mind your business. You mind your business by being aware of what it is you're doing and when you're doing it.
Yes. Otherwise, the grocery store will eat your wallet.
Catherine said, make your meal plan after asking your family what they want to eat. Otherwise, who eats the leftovers? I've learned this many times.
This is smart. I never done of my family, actually. I never asked, what do you want to eat?
What do you guys want to eat? Because you go and you shop for what you think and they don't eat it, then you have to end up eating it.
I know.
Or throwing it out.
Yeah, that's like waste. Yeah, throwing out is just really waste, actually. right?
It's
Thank
it's
you
a
so much
waste.
for the tips.
That's a
Yeah,
great tip, Kathleen. Thank you
yeah.
for sharing that. I really
And
love
then
when it has to do with food and Kathleen shopping and money and Kathleen shows up because
she knows.
she I don't even know how many years she's been following this program
Yep,
with me. So
yep. She's a good student and she takes her business seriously. Like
well, she
shopping is
does because
business.
Kathleen has created a life for herself where she gets 4 vacations a year for herself and her family.
Yep,
That
yep.
can you imagine every 3 months you have somewhere to go?
That's nice. That's like the most people's dream. Like, oh,
Yes.
it's
I
just
never
nice,
come to your
right?
show
Yep.
on Sundays, LOL, meant to be. Because
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah,
So she
yeah.
was
And then
meant
I
to be.
like it.
Thank you. We
And
need your support in
yeah.
that thing.
Thank you
So
for your tips, Catherine. And then if you guys have a tip for grocery shopping, whatever, it's working for you guys, and just please feel free to put on a comment and share. We would love to hear from you too, right? And I had to convert a man who didn't believe
I
in
had to
all of
convert
this.
a man who didn't believe in all of this. Yeah, her husband doesn't. I know him, and he looks like, what are you doing this for? I know him, and we just give him a hard time all the time about things
Yes.
like that.
It,
But
it,
no, he
yeah.
understands. He sees the value in watching your money.
Yep, yep. Well, first of all, you have to show, right? Be a great
Yeah,
example. And you're gonna
you
keep
have
doing
to.
over
You
and
have, yes,
over.
you
Yeah.
have to show the kind of person that you're turning
Yes.
out to.
And then one day, hopefully, husbands kids.
Yeah,
Now my husband just say, I got everything on sale, Yuko. See, I listened to you. So it took me 20 some years.
Brian used to come back and he said, I noticed this was on sale. And I said, this, what is this? Stuffed eggs. I said, who eats stuffed eggs? It was on sale. I said, who would eat pickled eggs? Tell me.
I know. Brian, the Tessa check.
Brian would go shopping. I swear he just pick up
Who
whatever
eats
is
stuffed
put in the
eggs?
cart. When he's with me, he puts it in, I take it out. He puts it in, I take it out. He puts it. Oh, I thought I bought these sardines from Australia. I go, you did? Ah, you must have forgotten to put it in the cart.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to number 5. This is big. When we had a meeting, Tessa spent most of the time by talking about this actually,
I
right?
did.
Buy vegetable in season, and then that's very important because it's more nutritious, cheaper in season. And then this is like she was get really into it. How wash your fruit and how to prepare the fruit and vegetables before you eat, right?
Yes.
So yeah, buy vegetable in season. But Tessa, you have your own garden,
I
so probably I was very stunned that I really don't scrub my cucumbers from my garden. I realized that, yeah, because it's from your garden.
I know what is on it.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
Kathleen's daughter and her 2 cousins, they come, they come. The
Yep.
last one is a clown. He's the funniest little guy. He goes to me, Grammy Tess, I'm coming over for cucumbers. I said, this is January. There's no cucumbers outside.
But grocery store has cucumbers.
That's why I said to him, I will take you to the grocery store. His dad said, will you take me to the grocery store? I said, oh, you can find your way there. He said, no, 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 I want it from your garden. So
Mhm.
when they come, they say, if somebody miss them, say, where are the kids? Oh, we at Grammy Test vegetable stand.
Mhm.
We're shopping from a vegetable stand.
Yeah, I
So
saw them eating
you
though
saw it.
cucumbers. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
saw
just
them
grab it
eating.
and they just chomp on it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
like that. They just, when they were little, I had to rub it off and get the little prickles off. But
yeah,
no, they do it themselves. They rub it on their shirt. I should know how to
yeah,
do that. Rub it on
yeah.
your shirt, get it off, and then chomp chomp. So anyway, it's very important. If there, some people say, well, I don't, you cannot freeze tomatoes. Well, you know what? You can blanch them, you can pull the skin out, you can squeeze the seeds out, and you can just freeze that. Throw the
That's good to
skin,
know.
throw the
Yeah,
skin out, throw the seeds out, and
yeah.
you have the actual tomatoes. You put them in a freezer bag, and then
Hmm.
in small portions. So when you want to make it to add a flavor, like this
Yeah.
morning, I woke up early, but I wanted to do something with minced meat. I
Hmm.
felt like beef, so I started it off, and I still had a bag of cherry tomatoes in the freezer from
Oh,
last year.
yeah, yeah.
So I grab that. Have to fly. Going to Emerald Pool. Oh, have fun with your Emerald Pool. Thank you.
Oh, have fun.
She's going to Emerald Pool where it's really nice to swim and have fun. She's in Dominica. Bye, guys. Thank
Thank
you,
you, Don.
Dawn. So anyway, so you take.
Yep.
So I took it after I did all this stuff. You know, I cooked the thing, got rid of the fat. I add like some ginger, some cinnamon, black pepper, a little bit of cloves, a little bit of curry powder, and that's it. And I mixed. Then I took this bag of these cherry tomatoes and I just dumped it in there. I fold it and I let it leave it to simmer.
Mm.
And it's tasty. So you can serve it on bread, make a sandwich. If you have a bun, you can serve it over rice. You can serve it. You can mix it with pasta.
That's
And
a good
it's a,
tip.
so
Yeah.
you can. There's several ways you can do that.
I don't know that. You know, like some people, I don't do that, but the tomato grows so much they don't know what to do with them.
Oh no, you freeze them, and the skin is not. So you can put the skin in the sauce. You do not
because the skin is very
blanch
thin,
them.
right?
You just freeze them.
Okay.
And you just add them. So now I added them to that. And then you have it, you can just put it, and if you want a snack, but you don't want carbs, you have the protein, you have vegetable in that same mixture, that same thing. If you have kale, people buy vegetables and they don't use it. The kale, the Swiss chard, spinach, wash it and chop it and put it in there, fold it in. You don't have to cook it to death as long as the meat. I would save coupons. Of course, if you have coupons, you
That's smart.
them.
Yes.
That's really good. And you fold it in there. So that is very important to do, is to use your imagination. You have vegetables, freeze everything. On Friday night, I take all the sad vegetables left in the fridge, oil them, season them, and roast them. If my family complains, they put cheese on top of them.
Everything. You put the cheese on it, everything tastes good too.
You put even that same minced meat, that thing I did with the ground beef.
Yeah.
That you can put cheese over it. You can put it in a plate and you can add Parmesan cheese over it. And you can what is it, a sloppy Joe? If you put it in a bun, there you go. You have a sloppy Joe. That tastes so good.
That's a really good lunch. Better than just go
so you
McDonald's.
Use your ground beef and your ground lamb, whatever you have, and you do that. No. I have a tip for making your vegetables last longer.
What is that? We want to know.
So you know when you have especially leafy vegetables like spinach, they spoil quickly, and kale and chard, any of those things, lettuce. When you have your vegetables and you bring it home and you keep it in the bag, take some of your paper towel and put it in there. I use 3 per bag. What happens is that all the moisture that causes the vegetables to wilt, the towel will absorb it.
Because there's so many times the lettuce get like the orange slimy.
Yes, and all of that. So it's too much moisture. So the paper towel will absorb it, but it still has enough on it to keep it fresh.
Okay.
So you Swiss chard, you do it with rapini, all of those type of leafy green vegetables, kale, all of them, all the different. Even if you have a big iceberg lettuce, you just wrap it in 2 paper towels and leave it in the bag. Close the bag, leave it in the bag. It will last 10 times longer. I guarantee.
Good. Because those leafy vegetables, especially lettuce, iceberg lettuce, kind of expensive too. We don't want to make it go waste.
And then when you look at the romaine lettuce, same thing. Just put those pieces of tissue, paper towel in there, and it preserves it.
Simple tip.
Another thing: do not buy spray to wash the stuff in the store to wash your vegetables. Please, people, stop doing this.
What is it? It's a chemical, right? I see it.
Do you know what it is? If it's not a chemical, it must be made out of vinegar, and you already have vinegar in your house.
I'm
But
sure everybody has
I think
vinegar
there
in the
must be
kitchen.
something about going.
Yeah.
It must make spraying here, spraying there,
Yeah.
spraying.
Oh my gosh. Just
No,
don't buy
no.
those the vegetable wash things because we all already have in the kitchen.
Okay, so let's say you want to check, you want to do your kale,
Yeah.
your Swiss chard, your
Mm-hmm.
lettuces. Fill your container. You can get there's always have a plastic kind of basin container in your kitchen, or if you
Yeah.
have a nice stainless steel bowl. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I have the stands from the outer potteries.
Mm-hmm.
So fill that with water, add some
Water.
vinegar,
Mm-hmm.
add
Vinegar.
some salt, just
Salt.
ordinary cooking salt. Yeah. If there's any slugs or any little bugs in there, it will force them up. They will die, so they'll come up to the surface.
Oh, it's a good tip. So
Yeah. So
vinegar and salt.
yeah.
Water,
So the
vinegar,
vinegar
salt.
is okay. You guys see the floors of the supermarket. Come on. Chances are that vegetable has fallen on the floor a few times.
Oh, very much.
So
And then like how many people touch the vegetables?
So you can cider vinegar is really the best, but regular vinegar will do the same. A little bit of
Yes.
it's just to clean it. Swish it around. The salt wouldn't make the vegetable salty. It would. Rinse it, dry it in
Mm-hmm.
your spin dryer or however.
Mm-hmm.
And now your apples, you do the same thing. They fall. If you even an orange,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're going to be using an orange, but it maybe has been kicked around for a while.
Never
And
know.
you take your knife to peel it, and you're transferring what is on the skin all through. When you take the knife to open it or cut it, an apple,
Mm-hmm.
all those fruits, a pear, rinse them, just have that,
Mm-hmm.
a little bowl of vinegar and water, and just rinse all your fruits before in the
Yes.
vinegar. Let them sit in there for maybe 30 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and then rinse it on the cold water. There you go. And you
And
can
then
bite into it
yeah.
because the vinegar will kill. Cider vinegar is best, but it's expensive, so you have to use it sparingly.
Mm-hmm.
But you can use white vinegar, does the same.
White vinegar. It's cheap enough, like big
Yeah,
3-liter jug,
yeah.
right?
So you
For
use
under three
that to
bucks.
make sure you wash your vegetables before you use your knife to cut it.
Yeah. I see
Because
some
how
people
it stays on
they
the knife.
yeah, they prepare the veggie tray. Some people not washing broccoli and cauliflower. When I saw it, I just like I'm not eating. I'm not eating broccoli and cauliflower.
So you take your broccoli
Yeah.
and your cauliflower
Yeah.
in whole ice cold water.
Ice cold
You can put, and then
water.
you
Okay.
put your vinegar and some salt in there,
Okay.
and you put the broccoli to sit upside down in there, or the cauliflower.
Upside down. Oh, okay.
So the
So it makes
florets
sense
are in the
actually.
water.
Yeah.
Hi, Bakiton. So the florets are in the water. Then you break them,
Yeah.
separate them in the water.
So I can not just separate
Yeah,
them in the
while it's
water.
in the water. So what if there's any little impurities, it comes out.
Oh, and then I can just kind of take excess water and put in a Ziploc bag with paper towels.
Paper towels.
Oh,
But if
still
you're
do the
going
same thing.
to serve it, that's what you do. And
Good
then
to know.
you can actually put it in the spin if you're your
Yeah,
vegetable spinner,
the
and
spinner.
just to help take the water off a bit.
Yeah.
But the towels will do the same. So remember to store your vegetables with paper towels to
Mm-hmm.
absorb all the moisture that contributes to spoiling the vegetables.
I like
And these are
that. Yeah.
things that we had to experience ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody taught me. I just did it because
You
I
learn it
wanted to.
through,
Yes.
like you just through experience.
Yeah. And I'm
Oh,
saying, this is
okay.
ridiculous. What can I do to stop this thing from going bad in less than 3
I
days?
know it hurts. So if I see
Yeah.
something just goes waste, it hurts me. Like I literally hurts me. Like oh
Yeah,
no.
that
So what
is a
should I
waste of
do?
your money, and we have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
So these are the things we must do with our vegetables, is to make sure we learn to
Mm-hmm.
preserve them so they last longer, and buy them, and buy what is in season,
Yes.
you know.
Tastes
And
better too.
yeah, you can also buy apples, and you can store it. Buy apples now. And if you have a cold space in your house, you have a basement, you have a cold room, put it on newspaper or just paper and let it sit.
Really?
You can do that with onions. You can do that with tomato and potatoes.
Oh, okay.
You can
I didn't know that.
if you buy
Okay.
a big bag of potato, don't keep it in the bag. Open it.
So take
Well,
the potatoes out of the
for
bag.
example, a cardboard box from the supermarket or
Yeah.
from the liquor store,
Yeah.
and just put it downstairs. The whole bag of potato, open it so there is air flowing through it. And you do
Ah, I didn't know that.
that with your onions. You do that with
Okay.
apples. You can buy beets and do the same thing, because sometimes you go to the supermarket and the beet doesn't have any leaves, right? So you know that beet, but it needs to be in a cold place.
Oh, okay.
So these are the little tips you can do when in. Right now it's cheap because sometimes there's a place called Shelburne. We used to go there to get a 200 to 50 pounds of potatoes, and we would spread it because we had the kids, right?
Yes, yes.
And we would, and Brian was Irish. His potatoes is 7 days
Oh,
a
I
week
know.
and twice
They have potatoes.
and twice on Sundays.
I
So
know it has to. It
there was,
has to be potatoes.
yeah.
Yes.
So you spread it out there. Air
Ah,
circulates. They don't get little things growing. The onion lasts longer. The apples are great that
I
way.
didn't know that. Apples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can get
Okay.
apples at this time of as in the fall, but you have apples and it won't wilt. Remember that. They last a lot longer if you have them in a cool place, not in the fridge. Just a cool place. So
I
normally,
put them in the fridge
yeah,
usually. So
you
maybe
can
I gotta find out. Probably it's good. The best is I gotta find out the cold place somewhere in the
in
basement.
the basement.
Yeah, and then like
I have a
cardboard
cold
board.
room. I have a room that is underneath the steps and it's cold.
Yes,
So
yes.
I
I
store
think I
things
have a room too.
there.
Yeah.
So I do that. So this is just one of the things. It's we want it. I know somebody will say, well, this is not self-care. Yes.
It is
If
self-care.
it
Yep.
affects you emotionally, it is self-care. If
Mhm.
your money is finishing, it is self-care. If you're spending your money to buy those things, it is self-care. So that
Is
is
it
one
all
thing you
related?
have to remember. It's all self-care. So that we wanted those series. I think we've done that for 3 weeks about food and eating and stuff like
Yep.
that. And
Yep.
because if you're worried and you're constantly spending money and you're we are telling you things you can change so you don't go
That's right. Because when you get stressed out, you tend to make wrong choices.
yes,
Go grocery store and
it
you can't make a
becomes a
right
headache. You
choice.
walk into the grocery store, I don't know what to get.
And then you
Well,
tend
here's some
to
tips.
grab whatever to
Yes,
when
here
you are
are
stressed.
some tips.
Yeah.
That's why we do the show and for self-care on this time of the year, because
Mm-hmm.
now you have information that will
Mm-hmm.
allow you to make some new choices
Mm-hmm.
for the fall through the summer. You will realize, what, the strawberry season. It's like there's stuff. Okay, you ever went to the supermarket and you saw stuff, they call it fiddleheads?
Yeah, I love, but it's only short season. I
A
love
very
fiddlehead.
short
Yeah.
season. So
Yeah.
what do? You buy it at that time, and it has to be eaten very quickly. You have to cook it or
Very much.
steam it
Yeah.
with butter and garlic. And salt. It's so amazing.
Yes, I love it.
But you
I love
only
fiddlehead.
get it in early spring, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
very, very short season. And
Mm-hmm.
not all supermarkets carry it.
No.
It's not famous in Ontario. It comes from the east coast of Canada. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's where
Okay.
it's grown. But it is so
It
delicious. So
is.
now another thing that is reasonable now is asparagus. This
Now
is
is asparagus.
yeah, this is
So
asparagus
it's
season.
the
I have them
season.
growing in my garden. You know that, you've seen it,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And so the
Oh.
asparagus, this is their time. It's cheaper
Mm-hmm.
than in 3-4
Yes.
weeks. Okay, how to cook
How?
asparagus? That is so simple. Just wash them again
Yep.
with salt. When you first, okay, if you buy asparagus from this supermarket,
Mm-hmm.
when you come home, get a mug, fill it with cold water,
Okay.
and put your asparagus to stand in there until you're ready to cook it.
Oh, usually we just kind of shovel it in the fridge and asparagus like
No,
that, right?
put
So
it
it
to
has to
stand. So
like
if you go to a good supermarket, you will see that it is standing in water.
that's true. Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
to keep it fresh. So when you bring it home, you treat it the same. And when you're ready,
Yeah.
you cook it. So you rinse it again, vinegar. You hold it and you snap it so that the harder part is at the bottom. It will break. You don't have to go
Oh,
all in. You
okay.
will know as soon as you hold it like this and it breaks, right?
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I just usually
No,
snap.
no,
Like
no. You break
chop.
it. You're not doing it properly. Snap it. And then so
Okay.
you get some your oil. I use avocado oil. Some people if you have butter, you use butter. You melt it. You add onion powder, garlic powder. Longos yeah. See for
Ooh,
$1.49 a pound.
thank you
You
so
see
much for
how
the
cheap that
information,
is?
Isla.
And it's so I like it
Ah,
raw. I eat it from my garden raw all the time. But
can you eat it raw?
I eat it
Like,
raw all the time. I go, it's really nice. It
even
tastes
if by a grocery store,
well,
like I can eat.
yeah, if in case you can taste one and see, but from the garden, it's
It
delicious
was
from anyway.
delicious.
You
Yes,
see, longos $1.49 a pound.
that's it.
So you
Let's go
have
longos.
you heat your oil, onion powder, onion garlic, onion powder and garlic powder.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, yeah.
and oil or butter, salt. Okay, and you can grill it on an iron pan. I put it
Cast
in
iron
there and
pan.
I let that come, just heat it up. I put it in there, I flip it over once, twice, turn off the heat, boom. And you can sit down in a whole pot of it.
Ah, it makes me hungry. I haven't had anything to eat today. It's it makes me feel like I gotta go get
Yeah,
asparagus.
it is. It's cheaper now because sometimes it's like $4 a pound
Oh, very
when
expensive
it's not
though.
in
Yeah,
season. But this
yeah,
is so you have fiddleheads, they
yeah.
should still have a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Still, fiddleheads, asparagus,
Mm-hmm.
they are in season.
I know.
Sorry.
I am hungry. You make
And
me
another
feel
thing that
hungry.
I tell people to remember that you can do
Yeah.
is you buy it, you cook it, and you eat it in season. You enjoy it with whatever fish or meat that you have to eat it with. You
Mm.
know, you can add your carbs, you can add vegetables, but those type of fruits and vegetables, eat them in season. No, it's raspberry, blueberry,
Yeah.
cherries. Season is coming.
Yeah.
Buy them, and you can freeze them yourself. You did that. Explain. I freeze it like that. Explain
Mm-hmm.
how you freeze your berries.
I freeze my berry. I wash with baking soda and then salt.
Uh
Like
huh.
blueberry, say blueberry.
Yeah.
I take the water out and then I put in a Ziploc bag and I freeze them.
Okay. You know
That's how I
what I
usually
do
do.
with mine? I
Yeah.
take them. I put them. Um. And salmon. Yeah, I had that the other day for dinner. Exactly that for dinner. So I take them. I put a
I'm
parchment.
gonna go to your house, Ezra.
I put a parchment paper on a cookie tray, and I spread all the berries on there, and I put it in the
Mm-hmm.
freezer.
Oh,
And
okay. That's a fancy
they
way.
freeze individually.
Yes, yes. I know what you mean. That way you won't bunch it up,
And then
right? That way
you
it's
take
not a
it and you
clump of
flip it in the bag.
strawberries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you put it in there.
Yes. Come
Come
on
on
over.
over, Yuko.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
So guys, oh my God, I
It's
know
10:30.
it's not self-care like they know, so people come and go, but our job is to give you a way to live a fulfilled life.
Yes.
And eating right also is living a fulfilled life because what
Yes.
you eat,
Yeah.
you are what
Yeah.
you eat.
Yeah.
You
Of course.
are what
Making
you
you
eat.
it makes you feel better. It's called self-care,
It is
right? You are what you eat.
you are
That's
what
also
you eat.
self-care.
So thank you. Oh, there's three people hanging on your verse there.
Thank you so much.
Ezra and Colleen. Colleen and Ezra, thank you so much,
Thank
guys. We
you.
appreciate you and we're so grateful to have strong family like you. Colleen and Ezra is like his family. Ezra is family, Colleen is family. So thank you. And here's the man from Guyana's pepper sauce. He gave me a bottle of, I'm
Yeah.
walking home. He lives on a street
Well,
next door.
my kids loves those pepper, the spicy little
Oh
sauce
yeah.
too.
Well, when I have some my cousin makes and I'll give you some. It's
Oh, I'll be
okay.
there.
So see you guys. Thank you for coming. We
Thank you
enjoy
so
having
much.
you. Have a great day.
Yep.
Everybody
Have a
who dropped
wonderful
by.
day. Thank you, Tessa.
Anytime
Thank you,
you
everyone.
go. Bye bye, guys.
Bye.